Welcome to the Horizon Martial Arts update for the week starting November 16th. I'm your host, Datu Tim. But before we start today's episode, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification button. And with no further ado, it's now time for the Horizon Martial Arts update. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on. Before we go on what's coming up, let's talk about what just happened. We had the biggest testing we've done since the lockdown. Everyone rocked it. We did the little Arnisadors, the junior Arnisadors, and our adults. Everyone got belts or stripes, showed improvement. I'm looking forward to so much more that we can do. We do have things we weren't allowed to do to the state regulations, so we will have to make that up. That being said, I'm so proud of everybody, and I'm excited because now we're entering a new phase of training in all of our classes. Now, during the next week, what's happening? So first of all, let's talk about the classes. So we've gone back to our old format where there's a theme of the week. So this coming week, the theme is forms and fighting. Now, the first half of the class will be forms. So we'll do hand forms, or open hand forms and weapon forms. The second half will be sparring, stick sparring. We're not gonna do any open hand punch kick. We're doing pad and weapon fighting, so we're still doing social distancing, 3-foot arm, 2-foot stick. You'll still have to wear a mask. The gear that you'll need, if you don't already have it: helmet, face cage, mouthpiece, gloves, groin protector. We don't need boots at this moment because we're not doing punch kick sparring. But we do need the hands covered because we're hitting with a padded weapon. And of course, you'll need a padded stick. Now, with that being said, if there's something you don't feel comfortable doing, you can opt out of that portion of the class. And if you can't make it in the class for whatever reason, don't forget we still have those virtual options. We will always continue the virtual classes. I've had people that are sick. I've had people who were stuck at work late, or their parents were working late and they couldn't physically make it here in time, but they could get in front of a phone and log in. So those will always be an option. You just have to let me know because I don't always have it on, because generally, for the most part, certain classes don't have virtual people at the moment unless they give me a heads up. All right, now, if you don't have this gear, what happens? Well, you can sit out or take advantage of this week's Christmas sale. So we're not waiting to the normal Black Friday sale. We're doing the week before because with some of our vendors in the past, we've ordered stuff and they ran out too soon and it didn't get here till after Christmas, sometimes February or March. So we're ordering early. So we're starting our sale early. So it's 15% off normal prices. We do have some extra special sales on some helmets and face cages at the moment. And we'll, feel free to talk to Miss Janice on it, but normal prices, 15% off. Anything in the catalog, I'll just have to check to see if there's an extra shipping fee. Like if you're doing a heavy bag, there might be a little extra, but I'll look into that. But everything that we can get, normal stuff, not a problem. Now, if it's a collectible, like the magazines that we have, that's not gonna be part of that. But anything, the normal retail type merchandise, we got you for. Now, I think it's November 25th. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. We are actually going to do our first day camp since the lockdown. So this is going to be a Thanksgiving day camp. It's not the day of Thanksgiving. It's the Wednesday, which I think is the 25th. That's prior, because most schools are closing down that day because that would be allowing people to travel back home or whatnot, or do the prep work. So I know moms and dads, if you're doing the Thanksgiving celebration of some sort, you might be busy doing a lot of prep work. You want the kids out of the house. I can take them off your hands. Now I'm limiting this to 12 kids only. That's it. There's no food, there's no snacks. You need to bring all that stuff with you. It's $40 for the day. The camp starts at 8:30-ish, ends at 4:30-ish. Some of the parents pick up later because we'll still have our normal night classes. I know that I already have someone has to make arrangements for me to be here earlier because they're going to drop off on the way to work. If you have an early drop off, I will be here for you. We just need to schedule that. We started at 8:30 because a lot of kids were coming in 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I'd be here at 7 a.m. So I'm only going to be here at 7 a.m. if I know someone's going to be there to drop their kid off. Okay, so before we wrap up today's episodes, I just want to go over 2 points here. And these are both COVID protocols for us. So the first one is the lobby. As much as I have always encouraged the whole family to come in, stay, hang out, I can't do that now because the state's on top of me watching numbers. We're getting way too many people hanging out in the lobby. When I initially reopened, we weren't allowing anybody in the lobby. And then I told a few parents, listen, if there's nobody in the lobby and we're well under, come on in. Because it was the summer and it was in the 90s outside and the air conditioned room was much better. So they came in here. And I understand that this past week was testing week. So a lot of people want to come in and do that. So hopefully that was just an anomaly due to that. But I need to keep the numbers down here. I only want one person per family when it comes to the little Arnisadors. Those are the 3.5 to 6 year olds. Those are the ones that if they have a bathroom emergency, I'm not going to be taking them to the bathroom. You're here for that. But all the others, they're old enough to handle their own business. So I'd rather not have anyone come in. If you want to watch class, I can send you a code so you can watch it virtually. And like I said, if the class is small, I'm not worried about a couple of people sitting in the class, but the numbers are getting to that point where I'm gonna have to start telling people to go. Now, the good thing here is I cleared out the video room / the secondary lobby is now open. But even then, we don't want too many people. We try to keep people, if we go in there, those would be in the same social circle. The other thing is people are coming in way too early, which is adding to this problem as well. So it's usually in between, it's the shift change of classes. So it's going from the beginner juniors to the advanced juniors. The beginner juniors class ends at 6:10. The advanced junior starts at 6:20. When we clean, because in between classes, we clean surfaces, stuff like that, you just don't spray your disinfectant on something. You need to let it sit for a minute or two. We like to go for 2 minutes. It's more than needed for what we're using, but we still like to be on the safe side. So I spray stuff down and then I wipe it down. I got people coming in during the other class. If the advanced students are coming in, I don't want you in the building until 6:15. That gives me at least 5 minutes to get things going. But I need that, first of all, too many bodies here, just to go back to the first part. So if I'm full already, then you come and walk through the door, now you're adding to that. I don't have a door person, but I will have to put someone there if it gets to that point. I don't want to be rude, but in the middle of a class, I don't have the time to be politically correct. I see someone coming through the door, we have too many people, you gotta go. Simple as that. Especially when I've told the people more than enough time. And if you're watching this video and you've watched our others, then you know where I'm coming from. If you're a new student, well, don't worry about it. Take notes, but you need to follow this protocol because I have to follow this protocol. This is not something that I've decided off the top of my head. I'm following standards and guidelines set up by the state. And this is the protocol that adheres to that rule and allows a little flexibility here and there. Now, and once again, thanks in advance for understanding where I'm coming from. So, recap. Congratulations on the test, sparring week, Christmas sale, and then our first day camp, Thanksgiving Wednesday, for those who are prepping for Thanksgiving. Okay. Thanks for everyone's support. And as usual, thanks for tuning in. I want to, I'm having one of those days. So we'll wrap up this episode of the Horizon Martial Arts Update. As always, stay safe and stay sane.